There are some days and some nights we feel quite daring. The adrenaline rush makes us rather uncaring of the consequences or bruises or some bizarre impairing that might follow with a told you so blaring in our heads like an endless track on loop until we slurp on our last soup. Will this regret vanish when our skin grows loose? Or will it rather say hello to the devil on the gates of hell and introduce and mock us and our dumb deeds with the Almighty Zeus? How on earth can we call truce with destiny who only loves to amuse? The night was starry, dark, dumb, demanding. The night was scary, dizzy, dumb, daring. I woke up to a strange feeling, a blurry ceiling. It was almost like a movie, a climax that made me tap my feet, plastered on the seat, skip a heartbeat, waiting for a cinematic treat. A plot twist so terribly sweet, my head collided against the concrete. Was it the plot twist or his bitter deceit? For no longer was I in the leather back seat of a big black car on a shady street. Cluelessly, my eyelids fluttered, my lips stuttered, quivered and struggled, but nothing came out. I was drowned in deep dread and doubt. For what started out as a fun date at an hour, I swear not so late, turned into a disaster I would hate for the rest of my life. For swiping on a guy who looked like a 9, with eyes so chocolatey and so nice, and intentions I would never even fantasize. Fantasize of being engulfed in darkness beyond repair. Fantasize of being engulfed in darkness beyond repair, smothered by lips I wished weren't there, my body bare, pulled up by my hair, his sinful hands everywhere, drenching me in disgust and despair. Despair I couldn't escape, no matter how much I scraped. My stained skin begged for a drape to hide and cover and curl and dissolve into the bones they once so proudly taped. Clawing at his chest in absolute vain and attest. I gasped and heaved and squirmed and whimpered. My arms were dangled, my legs were tangled, my words were strangled, strangled in my throat, stifled by a rope. Don't, no, no. Was my mouth stuffed with a soap? Or was my demented body numb to the crow? Or perhaps too cowardly to cope? It was so damn easy to scream for help, yet I didn't even yell. I laid there, gagged by an imaginary soap. I laid there bound by an unreally tight rope. I laid there in a real life reluctance trope. I laid there in a real life reluctance trope. It was almost like a movie, a Tarantino movie, so vague, so intense, toying on a morally grey fence, a consensual non-consent pretense. So I stored it in my brain as file number 21 labeled "Do not touch." Trigger warning, self-pity a little too much. Yet some days, not some but most, I feel less ashamed and more lost. For my memories are that of a ghost, for I remember saying no as loud and clear as raising a toast. Don't, please stop, no, 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 I mumbled, tugging his fingers away from the waistband of my stupidly short shorts. My shaky self stumbled. Makes me wonder if my words were jumbled. Did he deduce a "please don't stop" out of my soft slurs? Again, soft, not loud. Otherwise he would have heard them, right? Wrong or right, black or white, must or might, brute or night, forget or fight, bury or ignite. I choose, embrace and recite. Thank you. And I'm really sorry I forgot to mention the triggers. That skipped my mind. Sorry.